Hi guys, we're here in Yokohama at one of the largest up garages. A lot of performance cars come in here, so I would assume a lot of locals come here. There's even a police officer to direct traffic, maybe because this place gets so busy. Let's go inside. But here it is right here. Alright, let's start on floor number 1. This one here is packed though. A lot of people. Check out these brake fluid, how large this thing is. Yeah, I can tell right now there's a lot more inventory here than the other ones. Our Augusta suspension, HKS, and Teen, obviously. We got periodicals and some DVDs, but all the exhausts you could ever want. Obviously titanium. Some tools. This engine parts as well. You can probably find a good deal for some stuff like transmissions and stuff if you look really closely. Looks like some throttle bodies here. So transmissions, 6-speed manual. Transfer cases, rear diffs, everything pretty much that you would want. Subwoofers. Here's a complete engine here for a Suzuki. Looks like a K car. Flywheels, clutches, ATS. I have this on my car. ATS clutch and flywheel. Real nice. Stairs as usual. Always a highlight here in Japan. They love their screens. Last time I was here, I saw some brakes as well. And if you're looking for big brake upgrades, you can probably find them here, like say WRX STI. That's not bad. Headlights. Those are always sought after. Some more brake rotors. These things are huge. Type R, that's for the Civic. FK8. AP Racing brakes. 6-piston. Here's some big one here. Akebono brakes for Nissans. Huge. And Blitz. New intercoolers. Turbochargers for a Toyota. Look how small this one is. Holy crap. That's how we get like a K car or something. Suzuki, yeah. Small 3-cylinder car. There's an intake manifold here for a GTR. STI. Looks like a LSD for S2000 here. Air filters. Intercoolers here. My car has one obviously stock, but if you want to find something else, then yeah. There's the ARC34 GTR turbocharger. What brand is this one? Is this factory Garrett? Yep, factory Garrett turbocharger or GTR. Some better suspension pieces here. Nismo S-Tune suspension. That's cool. Tons of suspension here. We come over here, strut braces and stuff. See if I find anything that's interesting. You can sometimes find a gem here for sure. It just depends on what kind of car you have. That's the part with up garages. Up garages are pretty cool. It's just that if you don't find one for your car, your application, no matter how good or cool the parts are, you can't buy it because it doesn't fit your car. Camshafts, suspension pieces, control arms, more stuff like that. Couplers and hoses. Some more suspension pieces. This store has a lot of suspension stuff. ECUs. It'd be cool to find a cool one here for your car. Honda, Toyota. ECUs galore. Suspension. Man, if you guys want to lower your car, get some sport suspension, they got you covered here. Some newer ones over here. Teen. Springs. Some still in the box. Even air ride if you want that. Sick. Exhaust again. Very nice. And then you got some seats over here. Pretty cool seats. You got some over here, some Sparkos. Some bird seats over here. Recaros. Some cool stuff down here too. That's nice. Steering wheels. Yeah, these are hit and miss too. Depending on your car, your taste, what make and model you have. Some wood steering wheels. I was looking for an OEM steering for a while and I couldn't find it. Seat rails for the aftermarket seats. There's seats, Barco's, seat rails. Take a look at these steering wheels over here. Momo, D-Spec. It's a Suzuki. You really gotta stare. You might miss something really good for your car if you don't look really hard and tight. Let's see here. What's this? That's a Subaru. Ah, dang. A lot of Subaru wheels for sure. Momo stuff. Subaru. I mean, some legit stuff too, actually. If you have a Subaru WRX or STI, then you're in luck over here. Nissan, some Nissan wheels here. Wow. Tom wheel. So, of all the up garages I've seen, these have like some of the better quality steering wheels. It's just that you gotta find one for your application. So, a bunch of lights. And this up garage has a lot of parts. Jeez. Some Honda stuff, if you guys are into Hondas. DC2. So these are usually hard to get. JDM lights for your Integra. You got there's a lot here. Here's a set, and here's another set. So tons of Honda Integra lights. Nissan over here. What kind of car is that for? That's a Skyline most likely. Man, crazy. We got some new stuff here. Carbon mirrors. Stuff with cameras in them. Nissan. If you like radios, this is the place to be. Nissan. I really wish I had one for my car, like a good one. But wow, some really cool exhaust pieces over there, like OEM stuff. Subwoofers. Speakers, amplifiers. Wow. And then a whole bunch back there as well. Here's some of your OEM exhaust right here if you really want some. R33 downpipe. 32. 33. And cats, obviously, you know, cats are huge, especially if you're gonna have your car tested for shotgun and stuff, then gotta have that on your car. Generators, saws, and drills. I think the first floor had the most stuff, which is impressive overall. I might just go upstairs and then see what they have. I'm assuming upstairs is probably maybe wheels and tires, maybe bike stuff. Let's go upstairs. I think it's more of wheels and tires up there and probably stuff for bikes. But the first floor was pretty cool. Wheels, tons of wheels. Nice. So I'm assuming it's more bike stuff, which is cool. There's a cool waiting area, kids play area, and a whole bunch of hardware and screws if you need it for your car. Tons of exhaust mufflers, scooter belts, all kind of covering and plates and stuff like that. But, you know, it's not really a bike channel per se, but they have you covered. Now, one thing, if you're looking for up garages in Japan, make sure you go into the right one because they have specific up garages only for bike parts only, some for wheels. And if you think you're going for car parts, you might be disappointed. So just make sure you go into the right one. This one here is pretty good. Third floor now, and I think this is where we have all the tires and stuff, honestly. Which is kind of weird because you'd think they'd put the heavy stuff on the bottom floor. But you do have some nice tires and wheels here. I see some body parts up there too. Now, I'm not a big tire and wheel guy, so I don't know much about some of the sought after wheels and tires on the market. But if something piques my interest, I'll look into it. but pretty straightforward. Simple stuff like for road cars. You know, typical tire and bolt pattern offsets. You got some fancy stuff over here. Some Volt T37 Sagas with tires. So around, that's like $2,000. That's not too bad. Probably less. Exchange rate is really good here, so yeah, that's around maybe around $1,600 or $1,500 for 4 tires with tires and some bumper stuff. That looks like a Subaru. Yeah, that's an STI bumper. S15. I can't tell what that is over there. That's a 32 bumper right there if you want that for around $500 or so. Some Subaru STI stuff. Here's a 33. Actually, I would need a lip for mine. I wish I had a lip for mine. What is that? A rear bumper, maybe? S2000 bumper. Another S2000 RX-8. S13 STI R33. Interesting. For around $500. That looks good. Let me step back here a little bit, see how it looks. That's about 33. I guess it is a 33 bumper. That looks pretty good. Holy crap. That's attractive. I like the way it looks. It looks like almost like a 34 kind of. Take a look at that. That's too close. That's a nice looking bumper. Especially if you can paint the bottom part like satin black or something. I like that. R33. That's cool. I don't know why I'm staring at that one so much. Anyways, here's some more seats. STI OEM stuff. Some Recaros. Pretty cool. I love these colors. It's a nice color right here for a Mitsubishi. That's it. Nothing else here. That's cool. It's interesting. Not much traffic up here, but still, like, to me, there's a lot of products. Almost like, should I be up here? Are we allowed to be up here? A lot of wings. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, man. Here's an R33 wing, I guess. This is BCN R33. He has the plate for it. Okay. They got some cool stuff up here. Yeah, some sick wings. That's a Subaru wing. Some fender stuff. FL5 side skirts. Ferrari side skirts. R32 sides. Man, there's some good finds here. FT2. Alright, I can't go behind here, which makes sense. I saw some cool stuff back there too, but no worries. Diffuser here for RX-7. Some more bumpers and stuff. S15 carbon fiber. There's tons of stuff. This store is like a gem. And I don't say that often because these things get played out. A lot of people come out here and just ravage to some of the stuff here. So when you see a nice store with some parts on here, you want to definitely capitalize on it and just take a look at it. So how you guys doing?
Hey, what's up,
Hi, man. Nice Subaru seats here. And then we're back to the wheel and tire as we saw before. Alright guys, the Up Garage here in Yokohama is pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff in here. It is one of the largest ones in the whole country here. Extensive selection, and the wheels and tires on this side over here. So if you want wheels and tires, then you come to this side over here. But it's a really big facility. One of the biggest ones I've been to. since I've been here in 2019. Now across the street here, it looks like they have some cars here for sale. Won't be able to check that out today. We gotta go back to Tokyo, which is like a nice hour ride. Check out this. Is it 360 or 430? Anyway, still a nice Ferrari right here. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.